Sue.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Having a great day.
Fabulous. It's 3 feet of snow out there.
3 feet of snow.
Yes.
We're snowed in, so we're having a good time.
Yeah.
We're talking. So today, we'd like to talk about how everybody experiences spiritual activity, let's call it.
Yep.
And how there really aren't any coincidences.
True.
And how it all comes together. And everybody's experienced this. It amazes me how many people, when you talk to them, they might not believe in any of what we do, but they have an experience.
Right. And they call it angels.
Mm-hmm.
They call it ghosts.
Right.
They call it, I don't know what this means, but...
Yes. I don't know what this means, but I saw my mother at the end of my bed.
Yeah.
It means your
Yeah.
mother was at the end of your bed.
Yeah. I saw this white light in my room. This
Right.
is all interaction with the non-physical world.
Yes. And it tries so hard. Tries so hard to make us see,
Yeah.
feel, sense, hear it, whatever it is, it tries hard. So we talk about a lot of this in chapter 6
Okay.
of our book.
The hereafter.
Yes, the here or the hereafter, as well as Picture at Sicily. We do have some pictures. Wherever you see the camera icon in the book, there's a story.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stories in our book, Everyday Conversations, The Key to the Contemporary Medium.
Right. This is done on purpose to kind of show how it relates to everyday things, and it probably happened to you.
Yes,
So,
exactly. So we wanted to share a couple of our stories.
yep.
And then hopefully you'll feel safe and happy and comfortable to share some of your stories with us, either on Facebook
Yeah.
or on YouTube. So
Excellent.
give
Okay.
us your story,
I'm
Connie.
gonna start. I have 4 sisters and a brother. And my mom had passed shortly before my one youngest sister delivered her baby boy. And at the shower, the baby shower, as my sisters were all coming up to me and greeting me, they were all telling me about a very odd event that happened within a couple of weeks of the baby shower. And they each told me how they oddly smelled cigarette smoke in odd places. Probably not oddly smelling, but in odd places.
Right.
Right? My one sister came home from vacation to a house where nobody smoked ever, and walked in and smelled cigarette smoke. My other sister just smelled it randomly on a Saturday morning when nobody was smoking in the house. And I smelled it in my apartment. I am not a smoker. And it was just chuckling because I knew what it was. My mom did smoke a lot of her life, passed from COPD, and the cigarette smoke was attached to her when she was in the area, in the neighborhood.
Right.
And
Checking in.
Checking in. And it was very funny that each of them came up separately and told me about the same tag that my mom used to get our attention.
Interesting.
So, yeah, it was very cool.
I love these stories because to me it's comforting to know
Very much.
that love never ceases.
Correct. Yeah. The strongest force in the universe.
Yeah, love. So, when we talk about the here or the hereafter, it's here. We're here. We're all here.
Mm-hmm.
And then the hereafter, it's a reason. We've talked about this before. There's a reason it's called the hereafter. It's because they're here. But it's after the physical body.
Right.
But it does not mean that they're not still connected. And they are very much connected to us through love.
Right.
And that's how we connect with them, through love, through God, through our soul. It's all the same.
Mm-hmm.
It's all encompassing.
And our senses will pick them up. Our sixth sense is the sense to pick
Yes.
them up, as well as our other senses, the smelling.
Yes.
You might even feel,
Mm-hmm.
Someone just all of a sudden touching your shoulder. Or a lot of times you feel someone on your hand, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Brush your hair.
Brush your hair, yeah.
Brushing your hair, that's a biggie. And just the knowing that you can still experience them. I had a situation. Now, Connie's situation was people coming to her coming to you and telling you that they felt it, right? My situation, I've had that, but the one that the story I'm going to tell is when it was before my youngest brother had started to date his wife, and I didn't know who she was. I had not met her yet, and I was driving down a street that I always drove down my entire life, and I saw a friend's father who I hadn't seen in many years. I was well into my 40s at this time. Saw the friend's father, and I thought, wow, he looks so good. He stood very erect. He was a very handsome man, beautiful green eyes, dark eyebrows, a very, very white hair. And I waved at him. Hi! And then I thought, oh, that's ridiculous. He probably wouldn't know who I was because I'm a grown woman now. Last time he saw me, I was a child, a kid. And I kind of felt embarrassed, and I looked in my rearview mirror, and he was walking right in front of their home where they lived on this main street. And I thought, boy, he looks so good. Went about my business. 3 weeks later, my brother brings his new girlfriend over to meet me. And she introduces herself, and she then says her last name. And I said, oh, I repeated the last name. I said, oh my goodness, did you grow up on this particular street? And she said, well, yes, I did. I said, well, you are so-and-so's sister. I was very good friends with her as kids. And she said, yeah, that's my sister. I said, oh my gosh, it's so weird. I just saw your dad 3 weeks ago. I was driving past your house and I saw your dad, and my brother's looking at me going, no,
Stop talking.
Stop talking, Susan, stop talking. And I'm not getting that at all. I'm like, oh, I saw her father, and he looked great. He looked healthy. He looked strong. I'm telling her the whole bit, and her eyes welled up, and she said to me, I'm really happy to hear that. She goes, but my dad passed away 3 years ago. Now, I would have no idea. I knew who he was, and he was in front of the house.
Right.
I visually saw this man. I looked in my rearview mirror as I passed him and saw him again. Not knowing that I would be meeting his daughter and sharing that information.
Right.
That's the biggie.
Yeah.
I could have been anybody. I could have been anybody that saw him. But I saw him. He showed himself to me. I believe this with all my heart. He showed himself to me so that I could put her at rest.
Exactly. It was orchestrated.
It was orchestrated.
Orchestrated by the power of love in the universe.
Yes,
You
by the
gotta
power
love
of
it.
love.
Yeah.
You cannot doubt it. So, we just shared a couple stories here. We've got lots more. We can go on all night. But the whole idea is to know that your loved ones are here. They're just here after their body. But their love has never ended. And it will never end. So we wanted to talk about that with you and hope that you'll share your stories with us.
Yes.
Please do. Comments, stories, suggestions for topics.
Or questions if it just doesn't make sense to you and you want to make a better sense of whatever experience you had. Know, though, that most of the time, 99 out of 100 times, it's a loved one trying to get your attention.
It's
Spirit
them.
trying to get your attention.
It's them.
Okay?
So thank you so much.
Alrighty.
I'm Sue Fiondak,
And I'm Connie Wake.
and we are the authors of Everyday Conversations, The Key to the Contemporary Medium, which can be found online at thepurpledoorsoulsource.com, or you can go to Amazon or Barnes & Noble,
Yes.
and you can buy this in print or as well on ebook. So look us up, Everyday Conversations, The Key to the Contemporary Medium. Thank you so much for joining us today.
All right, great.
And we hope to
Thank
hear
you.
from you soon. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.
It's still